in the room. Nah, I'm live. All right, chair, don't collapse. Oh, big booty girl. Fix me a phone stand over here. Y'all come on in. I ain't gonna keep you long, I promise. We just gotta go in the house and get washed. Hello, hello, y'all come on in. Hit that thumbs up as you come in the door. Thank you, thank you. Ooh. Y'all see the black clouds rolling in? Because I do. Ivory Kisses Boutique is in the building. Says, hey, sis, looking beautiful. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Feeling tired as I don't know what, though, girl. I am tired. But thank you for popping in. You out selling today? How did I get in the sun? All right, y'all, we got to move because we ain't sitting out here in the sun. Let me move over to this side. Whew. Prop y'all right there. Ivory Kisses says Chosen is live also. Yeah, she was, honey. She's off now. I went on right after her. Hitting the streets at 11. Okay. Well, we hit it at 8 this morning and got set up and everything. And the shopping center is just now starting to actually pick up. I'm burning up, y'all. See why I keep it up all the time? Hello, Snam. Ivory Kisses says, how were sales yesterday, baby? This is my first day out. I have been at work all week. I have been on call. The last 3 nights I was supposed to go live, I was on call. So I didn't get to go live. Gifts by Chosen says, hey, sis and chat family. Hello, darling. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm trying to fix this thing over here, y'all. All right, y'all. So I made it out today. I've been fighting a few demons, y'all. And sis, you know, we talked about it. It's getting better, but I think it tends to be more bothersome when I'm tired too. And I'm tired, baby. I woke up this morning and I was on my way back to bed. My daughter came in and said, are you going to sell your baskets today? And I said, well, I guess so. Since you said it like that, I guess I am. Ivory says, Chosen, boo. I was trying to catch you. You disappeared. That's what the replay is for. Ivory, you got to go back and watch the replay, baby. Joseph says it's a roller coaster effect. It is. It is. I just got to find that little door to get off the roller coaster, huh? But I think a lot of it chosen really is I am just tired. And every time somebody says you want to go, you want to do, can I go, can I? I'm like, can I just have a day when don't nobody ask me nothing? Nothing. Here go your truck, chosen. I'm sitting right by it, so I'm going to show it to you. That's that one with the little slippers. It's Daddy's World, or Dad's World. Here go another one. And then this one says, what is it? Dad Mobile. This is how I roll. This one ain't got one. There go your trucks, honey. Ivory Kisser says Monday can't come fast enough. We need this money. I know, I know. I know. Chosen says, my bad putting that Ivory Kisses. I just popped in. Chosen says, that's too cute. Girl, inspired by gifts by Chosen, honey. I did a whole video with just you. But I did. I got a couple of more up here. This one says, if Dad ain't driving. No, if mud ain't flying, Dad ain't driving. Then I had a few from last year that all I did was check the expiration dates on the food and revamp those. Which I don't even know if I showed those to y'all, but it's right here, so I'll show it to you. That was these. Sorry you staring at my mugs. And I just have some Jim Beam coffee in here, some black tea, sweetener. And that's all that's in this one, in the mug. So, and I'm selling these for $30. $30. I have two of those actually. I don't know where the other one's out here somewhere on one of these tables. And then I had one pajama set left for the fellas from last year. I didn't buy any more, but I got that pajama set. It's an extra large. I revamped it, and I got it out here for $50 with some other things, blanket and shoes and other stuffs. Chosen says my papa drove one, and those were the best rides in the back of that pickup. Yeah, back when it was legal for us to do that. Now you can't put kids in the back of the pickups. It's ridiculousness. Because kids are so... Oh, let me hush. I ain't going to call kids names. Some of them parents. Ivory says chosen mine too. Yeah, those were fun, hon. My dad had the truck. He also had a van. And I caught myself trying to learn how to drive, so I was going to take the van on a joyride, y'all. I went to back the van up and hit the fence. I pulled that sucker right back where it was and said, no, thank you very much. Les R Explorer says, you beautiful girl. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Chosen says, I can't take all the credit. Wendy the Wizard built her truck. I saw that after I saw yours and I had made my gifts. I saw her video where she made it, and I was like, oh, she put a front on hers. I should have waited a little bit, girl, but I had already made them after I kid you not, after I saw yours, I went the next day. And I went in Dollar Tree for something else, and I saw the trucks, and it reminded me, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and get these trucks. So we did, and then me and Chandrell painted them, and I went ahead and did them. Ivory Kisses says, not the wizard. Yes, honey, yes. Wendy the Wizard, yes. But I had already put mine together when I saw Wendy's, and I did mine based on what I saw with Chosen. Chosen says she built hers, and I drove mine off the lot. All right now. All right now. Yeah, these trucks are pretty nice. I'm selling mine for, I don't know, it's on the bottom of them. Let's see. $65 because they have the slippers, the smart watches, and I put all of that in those. I've got this one. The car basket is $75. And that's the one with the t-shirt, water bottle, glasses, all the stuff to clean the cars with. I'm in a car town, y'all. They have all kind of car shows here and stuff. So I I did maybe 2 or 3 car baskets. I didn't do a whole lot of them. Chosen says, that's what I call her, Wendy the Wizard. Yes, ma'am. Iris said, Wendy could definitely build any type of gift. Yes, yes. She definitely is good at that, especially making the vessels to carry those gifts in. Is really nice. I will say this, it ain't too hot yet, y'all. It is a little bit on the windy side, though, so definitely watching the wind. And you know I forgot the weights for the tent, so, but luckily enough, we ain't that windy yet. However, the clouds is rolling in. Let me spin y'all around. Yeah, that's them dark clouds rolling in this way, y'all, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But we've been fighting weather all week. Literally. Gifts by Chosen says, and Nessa is the architect. Yes, yes, yes. I like Nessa's gifts too. She likes to build hers up. Her showstoppers. I love it. So I'm trying to deal with it, y'all. I am. Yeah, y'all see can't even smile right now because I'm so tired. I don't want to do nothing but go to bed. Now, y'all know I got a plant channel that I'm doing my plant journey on. And I have myself on there as a new gardener, and I'm not really a new gardener, but this is a new garden for me. I haven't done vegetables and stuff before. I've done herbs, and then when I first bought my house, I did a lot of flowers, and I had some beautiful flowers, y'all. But now we're doing food because we're trying to cut down on that grocery list. Ivory Kisses says, just finished the live Chosen. Bless you both. I'm going to back up and hit the streets. May we all sell out and get the energy. I know, right? Of a 5-year-old, yes. 5-year-old with ADHD. That's how much of a boost I need. That's had 6 cups of coffees. Chosen says, got my first customer. Amen. That means that'll be your first of 40 today. Plus. How many gifts you make, Chosen? Well, that car was hurting, boy. I don't know what happened there. Happy sales, Ivory. Thank you for popping in, sweetie. I appreciate you. I will show y'all my setup in just a second. Like I said, traffic is just starting to pick up here. I don't know if there's some kind of festival in town or something, but I saw all the little yellow partitions out, so I figured something is definitely going on. But let me get up and show you 10 people that are incognito. My setup. Let me fix this first, y'all. All right, y'all. Who is this? Brenda Huckleby is in the building. Says, good morning. Happy sailing. It's raining here. Just came back in. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Hello, Lisa, my belle. Lisa says, hey, my Katrina and everyone. All right, y'all. I'm going to flip you around. My daughter's sitting at that table right there. But we got our Happy Father's sign right here. You can see by it blowing that it's just a little bit windy. So my daughter has her baby line that she brought out. And these are just some of her baby items. Very cute. She did a really good job with those. I got my flag right there. Alright, and then we have our front table there. We have the car baskets. I have this men's basket here, which is one of the bigger baskets. Have this one of the smaller ones. Those back there have the smartwatches in them. This one has the sports set, which is the football, soccer ball, and basketball with the pump. We have the men's Dove in there and a pair of boxers. These are the tin can gifts here. There's some of the trucks. It says if dad ain't driving, or if mud ain't flying, dad ain't driving. That's one of the car trucks back there with the t-shirts. And then I have these over here that have the shower speakers in them. This is the one that I did with the little succulent. This has boxers and Arm & Hammer in it. And then here's another one of the pajama sets. This one is a large, the other one is an extra large. And there's the other snack basket. This was the Jack Links. And I did videos on all of these, so, and this is the one that's in the trophy cup. And then back here, this is the fishbowl. And that's the other one. We got some dad gifts back here. My little smash bowl. That's the socks. These are the smaller gifts. And then I have some Juneteenth gifts over here as well. So that is my setup. And y'all know I didn't make a whole lot of gifts like I usually do. I usually do 200 to 300, but we're at 60, 70 gifts today. And that's counting the Juneteenth gifts as well. So yeah, that's what I did. Lisa Bell says, hey Chandrell. She says, hello. Lisa says cute, cute. Thank you, Lisa. Brenda says cute baby gifts. Yes, she did a great job on those. Brenda says beautiful baskets. Congratulations on your sales. Well, that's the part, Brenda. We ain't sold nothing yet. But we got out here early this morning, and this shopping center is just really now starting to pick up some steam. Um, Brenda says, good morning, happy sailing. It's raining here. Just got back in. I think I read that already. I think my thing is scrolled up, Brenda. Lisa Bell says, awesomeness. Robbie Dials is in the building. Says, hi, Miss Katrina. Your setup looks wonderful. I gave you a thumbs up. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. There's R.A. Baskets. Miss Ashley is in the building. She says, hello. Joyful Steffi's in the building. Says, hi, Katrina. Hello, darling. Good to see you. I hope you're doing better, Miss Joyful Steffi. Chosen says, me neither, sis. My final count was 65. Yes, ma'am. And I'm okay with that, y'all. I really am, because it is wind down time, and I'm really contemplating whether I'm going to do Father's Day next year. If I am, it's still not going to be more than 60 or 70 gifts, because I just feel like you have to put way, way, way more effort into selling, getting these gifts to sell, than you do any other holiday. And that's because nobody wants to buy anything for the dads, and I just don't understand that. I do understand it, but I don't. Not in today's day and age, because a lot of fathers are doing so much better now. They're really very active in their children's lives. They're taking a big role with them, and and you can actually see the change and see the difference. So it's very, very sad that we're not celebrating them more. I hope that that picks up and changes over the years. But one thing I will do a little bit differently is when I'm making those Easter and Mother's Day baskets, I'm going to go ahead and make Father's Day baskets too, so that when the time comes, I'm done making baskets. So that's what I'm looking at. Chosen says, me neither, sis. Her final count was 65. Joyful Steffi says, yes, ma'am. I'm glad you're doing better, sweetie. It's good to see you. Gifts by Chosen says, it's so sad. Shaking my head. Yeah, it is. I hope it gets better. But like I said, I get it. I get it, because for so long we as women have been conditioned to run the households. But y'all know that was set up by design. Everything was set up to cause the demise of black families, and one of those things was to separate them and incarcerate the men and keep them locked up, and make women have to step up. And of course we stepped up alone, because as a community we're just now starting to unite. So when a black woman was out here on her own, she literally was on her own. So it is getting better though. So we'll see how things go over the next couple of years, y'all. Ashley says, amen. Come on, Katrina. It's systematic. It absolutely is. It was systematically designed for the demise of black families. And I think that there is a lot of reckoning and a lot of realization of things that have happened going on within our community. And I do see a lot of the community coming together, but I also see a lot of people that think they're not, for the sake of sounding too political, I'm just going to say whitewashed. If you know, you know. Because there's a lot of people, those people that are out there talking about I have black friends and all this other stuff. Why you can't just have friends? Just saying. Don't get me started, Ashley, because baby, when I tell you all of this stuff has gotten on my last nerve, it really has, to the point where it's depressing to watch all this stuff. So I just turned it off, y'all. I don't even watch it anymore. But hopefully we'll get some of these baskets sold, if not all. I'd like to sell them all today because I really don't want to come out tomorrow, but I will if I have to. Tomorrow is Father's Day. I don't know how much more last minute you can get. The only other thing that I might do is if I don't sell the Juneteenth stuff, I may bring it back out Monday because I am off. Ashley said, don't get me started. This is one of my favorite topics. Yeah, it's why your car gotta be that loud? I don't understand. Um, it's one of my favorite topics too, honestly, Ashley. However, it puts me on the end of the spectrum that just pisses me off. So to avoid those kinds of feelings, I just kind of steer away from it and don't get into it too much because it's sad. It's really sad. Um, let's see. I missed something. Boston says, hey, what's up? I just got here. Okay, thank you for popping into the live. Robbie says, truth, truth. Yes, ma'am. Please get started. I'll get started on the positive stuff, Robbie. So, this is some of the reasons why I have started my garden channel. And if y'all don't know, I do have a new garden channel. It's called the Krafty Gardener. And I started it because my sister and I are in the midst of growing our own food. That is one of the things that we are doing. Couple of other things that we have in the works that we're looking at. And one we're looking at very heavily. The other one we're dipping into just to see the options. So the one that we're looking at to see the options is the African diaspora citizenship. And then but another one that we are heavily dipping into is that we are in the midst of looking for acreage so that we can have our own compound and put our houses on those. Everybody's house will go on that acreage and fence it in, so that we can grow what we need to grow and have some generational wealth for the kids and everything. So that is definitely what we're looking at. Let's see. Ashley says, it's okay, Trina. We're going to do our part and celebrate the dad and sell these gifts. Yes, ma'am. We sure are, because I'm going to sell them, honey. Robbie says, they got to be seen. It's just sad with all that loud mufflers and such. I know, right? Car sound like it's finna blow up. Shows us, let's see, gift basket designs by the African Hut. Says, hello, darling, welcome in. She says, hope everyone has a great selling day. All right, she says, I haven't hit the streets yet, waiting on that side of town to wake up. Yeah, mine is just starting to wake up. We've been out here about 2 hours now, and it's just starting to wake up here. It's what, 10 something here? It's about 10 something here. Let's see. Robbie says, amen. I love those ideas. Generational wealth, always a blessing from the Lord. Yes, absolutely. Ooh, Hitler, you must have been acting up because Lisa My Bell booted you right on off the live. Bye-bye. The African Hut says it's 10 here. I usually go out around 12:30. Okay. I think it's 10 here. I'm not sure where you are. I'm in Georgia. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. What time is it? 10:39 here. And judging by the sky, African Hood, it might be 12:30 when I'm going back in because it's getting blacker and blacker out here. Which I kind of figured it was gonna happen. Okay, you're not too far from me then. We on the same time zone, I think. Tennessee. I need to go back to Tennessee. I want to go back to Pigeon Forge. Still Classy's in the building. Says, hey, Katrina. Hello, Still Classy. How are you, Miss Deb? Good to see you, sweetie. Huh? No, thank you. Yeah, a lizard got out in the car, and my kids were having a conniption. I love lizards. Them don't bother me. Some other big old bugs. The African Hut says chat. You in Chattanooga? Lisa Bell says, hey, Still Classy. The African Hut says, yep. They were calling for rain. Yeah, girl, we've been getting rain, thunder and lightning, all of that. Still Classy says, hey, Lisa. Lisa says, oh my, with the lizard. Yeah, listen, lizards do not bother me because they eat all the other bugs. So I'm okay with lizards. Lizards do not bother me at all. I mean, in Hawaii, there was a lizard in every corner. You know, you couldn't go anywhere without a lizard being on something. So they don't bother me, but all them other bugs, I can't take behind. These big old beetles that's all over the place, them things is about to freak me out. Still Classy says, oh no, not a lizard in the car. Yeah, he tried to make him a little home in the tent. So we put the tent in the car and didn't know he was in there. Lisa Bell says she's running. Lisa, I am not running from a lizard, okay? Now, if he's a big one, like a kimono dragon or something, then yeah, but not a little bitty lizard. Busan says, what you mean by a lizard in the car? Just that. Exactly what you just said. There was a lizard in my car, like a little chameleon. He was about that big in the car. Because he was in my tent. He came out of the tent. Still Classy says, who got it out? He hid up under the seat. So we ain't got him out yet, but I ain't worried about him. If he comes out when we stock the car back up, then I'll get him out then. Lisa says, don't matter the size, get away from me. I bet, girl, I will let lizards loose. Let them eat them beetles and everything else, because lizards eat up all the bugs, y'all. Ashley says, gardeners fear nothing. Laugh out loud. My mom is the same way unless it's a snake. Well, I can't even tell you that one, Ashley, because I fear stuff. Lizards just ain't one of them because I grew up with lizards. Yes, honey, grew up with lizards, but all the rest of that stuff. Listen, when I got off the bus in South Carolina, I saw the biggest bug I had ever seen in my life, and it was on its back dead. And I kid y'all not, I'm standing there with an 18-month-old baby in my arms, and I'm looking at this bug. I ain't even looking for my friend that's supposed to be there to pick me up at the bus station. She walks up to me and goes, what are you looking at? And I said, and these were my exact words, I said, what the hell is that? She started laughing because she had lived in Hawaii too. She was in the military. So she starts explaining to me about this bug that lives underground. They come out. I guess that this wasn't a cicada, because this thing was, when I tell y'all this thing was huge and was on his back dead, I started to get back on the bus and go back to the airport, get on that plane and go on back to Hawaii. Like, yeah, no, I can't do this. So Ashley, listen, I don't like gnats, flies. I don't like none of them bugs, but lizards do not bother me. At all. Still Classy says, oh, hell to the no. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She said, we won't be driving home until he's out. Well, we gonna drive home, or they can spend the night here, because I'm not gonna be chasing him to get him out the car. I said, I'll get him out when we get home. What? Brenda says, hello, still classy. Uh, Boss Son says, laugh out loud. Brenda says, hello, Ashley. Still classy says, hey, Brenda. Ashley says, oh, God, and she's laughing. Yes, honey. I ain't doing bugs, but me and lizards, we can rock all day. Brenda Huckabee said, no, hell to the no. Ashley says, hi, Brenda. How's it going? Oh, Rashid, I don't know what you did, but you had to go, honey. Lisa Bell said she wasn't having it today, y'all. I don't blame you, girl. I don't know what he said, but I got an iced coffee in the car that I really don't even know that I wanted. I really want something cold with lots of ice in it, y'all. Like a fruit punch or something, because I don't drink soda, so maybe a fruit punch or an apple juice. Apple juice sounds good. Brenda says, not good. It's raining. Can't go out. Yeah. Well, hopefully these little black clouds is passing on over, because so far they're rolling past me. Yesterday it was just lightning and thundering and a pocket here and a pocket there I mean, it was bad. But it's been like that all week here. All week. So just trying to get out to sell. On top of that, I've been working and on call, and all these doctors are scheduling surgeries up until 9 o'clock at night. And some of the staff have already complained and told them, y'all need to tell them that we don't have a night shift, because this is not call-ins that are emergencies. This is them scheduling these surgeries at night. And they're complaining about saving money and all of that. Y'all tell me, what kind of sense does it make for me to get off work at 4:30 only to have to come back at 5:30? But when I come back at 5:30, it's time and a half. So now you spending more money. You done paid me for an 8-hour shift, but now you got to pay me time and a half because I'm on call, and you called me back in for some mess that you scheduled for that night. Don't make no sense. Doesn't make any sense. They could never balance my checkbook, and I've said that 100 gazillion times, and I mean that. Not ever. Let's see. Robbie says, I'll just say no to bugs and vermin. You mean vermin? Yeah, I don't do mice and stuff like that. I don't do bugs. But like I said, me and lizards, we're okay. Ashley says, oh no, sorry, Brenda. Yeah, she couldn't get out because of the rain and stuff. Sandeep said, hi, hello. Robbie says, hi, Miss Still Classy. Still Classy says, I'm sorry, Brenda. This weather is acting up. It is, but if I don't get anything sold, y'all, I'm just going to roll it over to Christmas. I'm not going to change the trucks, the wording on them. Dad's World. It's going to be, the truck is going to continue to say Dad's World. I'm not changing it. Still Classy says, hey, at Robbie Dials. But the weather for me has been bad for the last week. And y'all know I try to get out a week in advance, if not 2 weeks in advance, to start my sales. Haven't been able to do that. The week before, I was on call and got called in every single night I was on call. And then last week, or up until yesterday, it has been raining, thundering, and lightning. It will stop for maybe 15 minutes at a time, then it starts again. So it wasn't worth me going out. The rain I don't care about because I have the tents, but that thundering and lightning, no ma'am. Brenda says, thanks, Ashley. Praying something comes through so you can make some money. Yeah, absolutely. We are definitely going to pray that. Robbie Dow says, yes. I meant Vernon, sorry. I know what you meant, sweetie. Look, you said it again, but I know you meant Berman, right? I got you. I don't do mice and I don't do none of that. No ma'am, no ma'am. But lizards don't bother me, y'all. IDR 10,000. Let's see. Well, I ain't mean to do that, y'all. My phone is acting real crazy, y'all. Let me go back down here. Bonson said, for the lizard. Thank you. Lisa Bell says, you go, Bonson. That's nice. It was. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, honey. I ain't, but me and the lizard, we're friends. Lisa Bell says, you go, Bonson. That's nice. Bonson is laughing out loud. Yeah. We have a good time over here. So, I see sun peeking out, y'all, and it looks like these clouds are just going to pass over us. It doesn't look like they're going to drop anything out of the sky right now, so I'm hoping that's the case. I'm guessing that when these clouds get a little further north of me, because that's pretty much the direction they're headed. North of me is Atlanta, so they're headed up that way, and they're probably going to pick up a whole lot more moisture as they head that way. We will see. We will see. My Crafting Hut says, good morning, everyone, and great sales for those out there selling these baskets. Hello, My Crafting Hut. Welcome in. Thank you for popping in. Lisa Bell says, hey, My Crafting Hut. La Dreams Family Creations. Hello, hello. She says, good morning. Um, I hope you all are doing well. If you're out there in those streets selling your gifts and everything, that is awesome. And so I was telling y'all why I started the garden and everything. And like I said, we want to definitely start growing our own food. Some of it, not all of it, but some of it, because I don't know if y'all seen these groceries, but baby, I bought groceries yesterday. It was $500 plus for groceries. And that's like 2 weeks worth of groceries. Ridiculous, y'all. It is ridiculous. And so if I can cut some of those costs by growing my own potatoes, which I will be planting some potatoes here real soon, my own corn, collard greens, which I haven't planted yet. I've got fruit growing. I got watermelon growing. I got a lemon tree, but I don't think we're going to get anything off of it anytime soon, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I got peppers, basil, um, tomatoes, stuff that we regularly buy and use to cook with. So my sister has a garden up in Atlanta. So we're kind of growing opposite things so that we can do trade with each other. And that's just for as a family trying to help sustain our family. Um, some things that have changed, I can tell you with the Crafty Corner, is that, and I know y'all have heard me say some of this, but and these are just chosen. A lot of these changes have been part of uh, making me a little mentally crazy, but that is definitely subsiding, dying down. Everybody is taking up their role and doing things that they need to do, but part of that was pulling the family in because we were all dispersed all over Georgia. So now my grandsons and my oldest daughter and her husband, plus my daughter and my mom, we're all together. And that was just so that we could, both of my grandsons are with me, but my youngest grandson, his mom is still in Atlanta. Um, she and I are the ones that are looking for the land acreage so that we can all be in one place. Um, And then my sister is still in Atlanta. My oldest grandson lives with her, but he is down here for the summer. All the kids are down here for the summer except my middle daughter and her husband. They're up in Atlanta. He does a lot of tech work, where that he does a lot of computer work and stuff, and they have contracts that are out of state. So he does a lot of traveling toward the north and the east coast. So they just stayed up there because it's closer to for them to get to those places that they have to go to. They just got back, I think, last week from somewhere in North Carolina they had to go to. But these are just changes that have happened pretty quickly. So we've had to make big adjustments at my house, and now things are starting to settle down, and adjustments are coming along pretty good. But if you can imagine, on top of all the working and getting called in and all this other stuff that's been going on, I haven't felt like fooling with these baskets at all, y'all. That's why I had said before that if I have to just roll these over to the next holiday, that's what I was going to do. And that I was okay with that because of everything that was going on. So, um, let's see. The Dream Family Creation says, I didn't get to do peppers this year. I'm a little sad about that. You still got time, girl. Peppers grow fast. You can do peppers now. I just did my peppers. Let's see. I did some of them. I did about a month ago. And the other ones I did about a week and a half ago. So you still have time to do peppers. All right, wind picking up. Ladream says yes, that is a good idea. Yeah, we gotta pulling everybody in. Ladream says yes, I grew potatoes before. It's fun. Yeah, I'm definitely got to get my potatoes going. Right now, I'm just trying to get my russets to bloom, grow the little eyes to bloom, so I can go ahead and plant those. And then I've got sweet potatoes that I'm trying to get my slits to grow so I can cut and bury those. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the prices are ridiculous. But yeah, so we're that's part of some of the things that have been changed that have changed at the Crafty Corner, y'all. My back porch is being taken over by my plants, which is okay. Once I get the yard fenced in, then I can move the plants down to the yard. If I try to move them right now, the deer are going to eat them all up. We have deer, red-tailed foxes. Those are the main culprits that eat up things. Raccoons. I imagine that the raccoons and squirrels could get on my back porch if they really wanted to. But we have one raccoon that he's terrorizing my shed porch and my front porch. So I'm keeping the stuff on the back porch for now. And then I'm just going to get some natural repellents to keep those things out of the garden. Once I get my garden going. I know some of y'all have flower gardens, which is beautiful. I don't have any flowers just yet, but I am looking at some companion plants that help keep the bugs and stuff out of your vegetables and everything, and I may do some of those, but one day at a time, y'all. One day at a time. We're going to get to it. We're going to get it done. But yeah, the dreams, you still have time to do your peppers, sweetheart. You got, peppers is one of those things that you actually could do all year long because they're so small. You can grow them in-house, inside the house. But yeah, definitely you have time. I got bell peppers, hot peppers, sweet pepper, banana peppers. And I have cherry tomatoes, regular tomatoes. I have watermelon, corn, squash, green beans. That I have all of that blooming right now, growing right now. So I'm hoping they keep on doing what they're doing. I put some fish fertilizer on them a couple days ago, and some of them are just sprouting up so fast. It's like, oh my goodness. So hopefully, y'all, I'll be able to do a video where we can harvest some of those vegetables, and then I'm gonna be doing some canning so that everything we harvest we don't have to throw out because we didn't use it right then. S. Marie says, hey Katrina. Hello, S. Marie. Thank you for popping in. She says, hi chat. She says, happy selling Saturday. Are you out selling, S. Marie? Are you going out today? This is my first day out. We haven't sold anything yet. We've been out here for about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. Got out here about 8:30ish, and it's 10:30 going on 11 now. It is a little bit windy out here, but so far the tent is not trying to blow away, which is a good thing because I forgot my weights. But if I have to go home and get the weights, then I'll go get the weights. But right now, the dark clouds that were looming seem to be passing right over us without rain or anything. So I'm hoping that that trend continues. And then the traffic here in this little shopping center is starting to pick up quite a bit. So I'm hoping that some folks will get on out here. My daughter is putting some ads up on Facebook to let people know that we are here. And then I showed everyone the tables and everything. Lisa Bell says, hey, S. Marie. All right, and then this is one of the gifts I brought out. The other one is over there on that table because I saw it when I walked y'all around. But this is the Are You Staring at My Mug coffee gift set for the fellas. And then these gifts behind me, those are the Juneteenth gifts. So all of this is Juneteenth on this end. And then the small dad gifts are on the other end of this table. But yeah, definitely feels good out here. It's not hot and it's not humid yet. You see this one sitting here wrapped up in a blanket. It ain't that cool out there, y'all. It ain't that cold. I don't need no blanket, but yeah, she's out here wrapped up in a blanket. Lisa Bell says, hey, S. Marie. Little Dreams with the red heart. Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you. Let's see what that shows me anything. All right, so that is it, y'all. I don't have, like I said, we haven't had any sales yet, but I definitely will let y'all know. I think Chosen just got her first sale a few minutes ago. And she might have customers now because she done disappeared on me. But she's out in those streets too. Let's see. Miss Huckabee had to go in because it was raining there. So she wasn't able to get out there. So we're going to say some prayers that you get some sales generated. And maybe you can get people to come and pick some baskets up or deliver to them so you're not out in the weather. That is my prayer, and that you can get some of yours sold, sweetie. But I'm fixing to get off this live. Would y'all like to see the setup one more again before I shut it down? Y'all give me a thumbs up. Give me some gold hearts if you want to see it again. And I'll be happy to walk it around and show it to you. Or you can watch the replay. It's up to you. Gail Willis is in the building and says, hi. Hello, Gail. Thank you for popping in. Now, these folks got some loud cars. The African Hut says, one more again. Yes, ma'am. One more again. All right, y'all, let me get out my chair. guess that didn't work, huh? I tried. All right, y'all, let me spin you around. All right, so that's my little sign right there. That's Shannon at the table. We got our flag up. For y'all that didn't see the flag, that's what the flag looks like. All right, and that's the baby stuff. All right. I didn't bring any of my rolling tables. None of the rolling tables. It says Dad Mobile, this is how I roll. These are the small Father's Day gifts over here. And y'all remember the sock gifts. Artist series. SpongeBob. It's the Monopoly. Superman. Got SpongeBob. Let's see. Seinfeld. And then I have some of the Juneteenth gifts over here as well. These are the Juneteenth mugs. And this is the Libby glasses with the puzzle. It says find your voice. Okay. And these are the t-shirt baskets. The backs of them anyway. That's some, what is that? Boxers. There's the Fat Albert. So we are out here, y'all. That's the table one more again. Robbie says, yes, ma'am, please show us your setup again. And that's it, y'all. So I am going to get off of here, and hopefully we will get some sales in today. I will definitely give y'all an update and let you know how well it went or how well it didn't go. Either way, you all will be in the know. You know I ain't going to keep it from you. Because we definitely got to be real and realistic out here, because sometimes it ain't what all we want it to be. But like I said, I am perfectly okay with rolling it over if I have to. All right, so thank you all for popping into the Crafty Corner. We out here in these crafty streets trying to sell these crafty baskets. And we will see how it goes. And in the meantime, you all be blessed. But most importantly, y'all, be a blessing.